Hey everybody, it's Chrissy from Chrissy's Beautiful Life here for my last layout with my January for the Love of Homemade kits. Now, if you watched earlier this week and my third layout, you will have seen the very opening of this layout because I accidentally got it added into it. Playing around my it's not new. I'm using the exact same editing software as I've always used, but it's updated and I'm still not used to it. And I really hate when things change. When you get so comfortable with something and then it changes, it takes a little bit to figure it all out. So you saw a little bit of it, which is fine, no big deal. We're gonna just work with it here. But what you can see me doing is I grabbed this really fun piece of pattern paper. I believe, I'm not sure what it's from. I think it's a crepe paper, to be honest with you. It may even be Dear Lizzie. I'm not exactly sure. I can't exactly remember. But I grabbed it because I wanted to go ahead and use this versus a piece of white cardstock. I didn't have any full 12 by 12 papers left from my kit, with the exception of my mixed media paper, which had the completely wrong vibe for what I wanted to use. So I went ahead and grabbed that in. And I also pulled in this. I kind of hand painted this word. I did 2 of them for a layout a long time ago last year. And this is something that's just been sitting in my stash. So I really felt like, because that was one of the themes of our mixed media sections for this month, was to pull a couple things that were mixed media backgrounds and stuff that we had done but just hadn't used them, and they were sitting in our stash, and this was one of them. So I'm kind of counting it as something I just reintroduced into my kit within the same theme, just something that I hadn't thought of. So I fussy cut that out. You can see I did some layering down at the bottom there with some of the pattern paper with that blue. I right away grabbed that Hey Girl banner sticker. That is something that I really wanted to use with this kit, and why I grabbed that particular sticker sheet from Dear Lizzie. So I had to grab it because I knew I wanted to use it. And I matched it with this really adorable photo. So Nora, was just kind of getting to learn to play off on her. I mean, she's really good at playing by herself, but with dolls and stuff, and she was kind of just learning it at the time this photo was taken. And what she had done is she grabbed all of her little babies that she has, along with Jackson got a bunch of action figures for Christmas last year, not like this past year, but the year before that. And so she had them kind of every other. So there's a doll, and I think Black Panther, and there's Ariel and Hulk, and a baby doll and Flash, and then she's playing with Spider-Man, I believe. But it's just so cute the way she had them all matched up, and they were all friends, and it was just pretty darn cute. So that is what I'm gonna make my title. I make my title with, like I said, that pre-made mixed media word that I did, and then 2 of the alphas that I had in my kit. So the pink one, they're like a foam sticker. I love it. I love the font of it. I love the color of it. Those are some of my all-time favorites. And then I'm also going to grab the gold heart ones because the Hey Girl is in gold as well. And I really struggle with these heart alphas, and so if I can use them, I'm going to try to get them used up as much as possible. So I definitely wanted to get them used up on at least one more layout. I think I used them on my very first layout, the one with the globe with Jackson. And so definitely I just grabbed it and went ahead and used it. So everything's going to match up. Now, to add a bit more of the pattern paper from my original kit instead of just this one little bit, I do a really big cut into my pattern paper, which you can see me working on there. I just kept going and going, and I'm going to add the little bits and pieces of the star paper. I love the way this turns out. I added it, I think, in 3 different areas, plus I take a chunk of it and add it to the layer behind my photo. So I do a bit of layering on my photo as well. So this works well because I really feel like I utilized that star paper to the best of its ability. It is out of that collection that I got it from, which I believe is the All Heart collection from Crepe Paper. It was my favorite piece of pattern paper. And normally when I have that favorite piece, I hoard it, which I did. I hoarded this one for a very long time. But B, I try to use it all on one layout. So I use the entire thing as like a background or something like that. And I knew that there's other ways to do that. And so I challenged myself not to do that. So the very first layout I did, you saw that I cut a chunk out of it and I used it as a corner for the globe layout. I used it for the star for the layout that you saw on Monday. And now here I am using it a third time as just little layering pieces around for this layout. Okay, so enough about that star paper. Now, the other thing I really wanted to try to do with this layout was use as many stickers from that sticker sheet as possible. You saw I grabbed that You Are Magic. I tried to use that on 3 different layouts. It didn't work. I think I'm going to go ahead and use it in a Traveler's Notebook spread to get it used up because it's the yellow. It throws me, and I could have used it last week. I tried to. I just couldn't make it work. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use it in my Traveler's Notebook spread and move on with that. But for this layout, I was able to use, there were a couple random like flowers. I managed to get those used up. I used the heart, the little bird, the couple of the phrase words, like there was a blissful. I used the Hey Girl, which was really great. I used the tent and the clock. So a bunch of little things that you hardly see them, but they're there, and it just helped me use them up, which is awesome. And then for a little second pop of like color and the fact that the birds, because this is the same pattern paper and that bird matches the bird I placed on there, I thought for the color reasoning, I would lay that behind as like a photo mat there with the star paper cornered off in front of that. And then I grabbed a doily from my stash to add as well. Now, I love how this turned out. I'm so pleased with it. It's a little bit different because the title is really in your face and it's not the best quality photo. So it's almost like it's taking second fiddle or whatever you want to call it to the title. But I'm okay with that. It still is going to tell this adorable photo. And I love that Nora wants to play with not just her toys, but her brother's toys, because it doesn't matter. They're kids. They're going to play with what they want to. And this is what she wanted to play with. So thank you everyone so much for watching. Again, there will be the playlist for January down below. And I will have my wrap up and my Kill-A-Kit for you on Friday, with the new kit for February being shared with you on Saturday. So I'm so happy I jumped in and joined everyone for this. It's been a lot of fun. So thank you, Hannah and Christina, for starting this back up. We all have had so much fun doing this. It's really neat to dig into your stash and to use a recipe to create a kit. There's multiple ways of creating kits, and this is just one example. So thank you for that inspiration. Thank you for watching, and I will see everyone, like I said, on Friday with my Kill-A-Kit. Here is a look at my finished layout coming up there as I rub off a little bit of glue, and there you have it. All right, everyone, I will see you really soon. Bye.